Shalom, everyone, and welcome back. We're very excited that this coming Thursday night is the holiday of Purim, one of my favorite holidays. Purim, we get dressed up, we have Shalach manos, we have more sweets than we really should eat. We have a great time. The kids are so involved. What is nicer than the holiday Purim? And then a month later comes Passover, and we're all getting ready for the holiday Passover, also just 1 month away. Someone once said that every Jewish holiday could be defined as the following. They wanted to kill us. We won. Let's eat. Every Jewish holiday, and Purim is no different than that. Certainly, on Purim, the wicked Persians, under the leadership of Achashverosh and Haman, wanted to kill all the Jews from the youngest to the oldest. They did not succeed. There was a big war against them. We won. We fought. We won that battle, and again against overwhelming odds, similar to the story of Hanukkah. And of course, we celebrate by eating. We have a big feast, and we have lots of hamantashen. And of course, eating is an important part of that holiday as well. So Purim is a very special day. Purim is a day that we celebrate with our children. They all get dressed up. We all have a great time. But Purim also has many deeper, much more greater significance as well. These days, there's a great deal of talk about anti-Semitism, and certainly the holiday of Purim is about anti-Semitism. In fact, it's about genocide. It's about the first attempt of genocide in the world, where the Persians wanted to destroy all the Jewish people. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? All the Jewish people. It was an attempt at genocide. Luckily, with God's help, we succeeded, and that was foiled, certainly. So Purim is a day that we really celebrate the survival of the Jewish people, and there's nothing childish about that. It's a very important day. It's a day that we think about our survival and our enemies in the world and those that want to kill us and eradicate us, and how God is always with us and taking care of us and causing us to survive, certainly. It's a miraculous day. It's a very serious day. It's a day that really should not be just celebrated, but we should think about and meditate about it as well. No one would think about getting dressed up and celebrating the victory after the Holocaust. Certainly we wouldn't do that. And the holiday of Purim, in many respects, is no different, but we do celebrate it. And it's a wonderful day and a very happy day. The holiday of Purim is observed in many different ways. We read the Megillah, the book of Esther, both at night, Thursday night, and again on Friday. This year, Purim is on the eve of Shabbos. It's Friday, so there are many different laws dealing with that. But everyone, men, women, and children, should listen to the Megillah, should hear the Megillah being read on Thursday night as well as Friday. We will be having Megillah readings at Chabad of University City, both Thursday night at 6:30 and at 8 o'clock. And then again on Friday at 6:30 in the morning as part of our morning service. And again at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then at 2 o'clock, we are having a sukkah mobile, not a sukkah mobile, but a Purim mobile, coming to our shul with music and singing and lots of fun. And we'll be giving out things for the kids. And that'll be at 2 o'clock for half an hour, followed by a Megillah reading at 2:30. We'll finish it enough time for you to get home and get ready for Shabbos. We have a Purim meal, a Purim Suda that we eat this year. Since the Purim day is on Friday, the meal should be eaten in the morning so that we come into Shabbos with an appetite. So breakfast is really going to be the time for our Purim meal this year. We add the prayer Al Hanisim, recounting the miracles of Purim, both on Thursday night and Friday as part of the Shemona Esrei, and as far as the grace after meals as well. Every time we do that, we add the prayer Al Hanisim. Friday morning in Shul, there's going to be a special davening with the Torah reading, and of course the Megillah reading then as well. You want to make sure you're going to hear it both times. And the two mitzvahs that are very special on Purim as well are giving out food gifts to one another, which are called Shalach manos or Mishloach manot, we give out at least two different kinds of foods to at least one person, and it should be done through a third person because it's called sending of gifts, not giving of gifts. So, for example, you can have a hamantashen and a orange, or you can have some candy with also with a hamantashen or with some kind of a baked thing, maybe a challah. Everything should be there should be at least two different kinds of foods, and it should be at least to one person. So, for example, you would give it, I would say, Shlomo, please give this to Yaakov. After you do that the first time, you can give it to whoever you want. And it's customary to give out Shalach Manas to your friends and to strangers and people you meet. And this way, we really we spread out the joy of Purim, because what is nicer than receiving gifts, having gifts, and giving gifts to people, especially food gifts? So everyone should participate in the mitzvahs of Shalach Manos. And finally, we have Matanas Levyonim, which are gifts to the poor, because we know that the poor, as long as they are poor, they really can't celebrate, they can't rejoice. They have no money, they have no means of doing that. So it's encouraged very strongly the mitzvah of increasing tzedakah, increasing to give to others who need help, even to put money in a pushka, a little extra money in the charity box, give money to the synagogue or to any poor people you know this, and the synagogue will distribute it to those people who do need help. We in University City are sending our Shalach Manas both to people locally who are in need of help, of which there are a number of them. As we know, a number of people got struck by the COVID virus recently, and many of them are certainly in need of help. We are also sending money to Israel. And the project this year in Israel is we're going to be sending it to many rabbis and their families who are in dire need of help, especially Chabad rabbis in the Holy Land in Israel who are in need of help. A very good friend of mine, who's a very prominent rabbi in Rehovot, collects money for this purpose, and we'll be sending him many of our Matanas Levyonim as well from our community, and I'm sure they'll be very much appreciated in Israel by the people he's collecting for. And then, of course, we go into Shabbos. So we want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful Purim, a beautiful Purim. I want to remind you also that we're now starting to take orders for shmur matzah, the round hand-baked shmur matzahs. So if you'd like to order shmur matzahs, get in touch with me and we'll let you know. I'll put you down the list. We have a limited amount of shmur matzahs for sale as well. So shalom. Have a very happy Purim. Chag Sameach.